The silent outpost. The stars were quiet around Outpost Helios 9, a small human station far away from Earth, floating at the edge of known space. It was one of those peaceful outposts where nothing dramatic ever happened. People worked, people laughed, people slept, and sometimes they complained about boring duty hours. But nobody ever thought of danger. Nobody imagined fear. Helios 9 was supposed to be safe. Inside the communication room, Lena Ray, a young officer with sharp eyes and calm hands, watched her glowing screens. She had the night shift, and like every night, she expected nothing unusual. She sipped her warm drink, stretched her arms, and looked at the blinking lights that showed the outpost's connection to Earth and nearby human colonies. Everything seemed normal, just like always. But then something changed. A tiny red dot flashed on her screen. At first, Lena thought it was a system glitch. She tapped the monitor, refreshed the signal panel, and waited. The red dot blinked again, faster this time, like it was trying to scream for attention. Lena leaned closer and listened. A strange sound came through the speakers, static, broken noise, like someone whispering from far away. She frowned. This doesn't sound like any human distress call. She tried boosting the signal. The noise grew louder, and slowly, parts of a voice began to break through the static. It was deep, urgent, and terrified. Attack, they are, everywhere, systems failing. Lena's heart jumped. She called the outpost commander immediately. Sir, you need to come to the comm room now. I think we have a serious problem. Commander Reeve arrived within seconds, still in his duty jacket, eyes heavy with worry. He looked at the screen as the message repeated, the voice filled with fear. This isn't coming from a colony, he said. It's coming from right outside our sector. They both watched as the signal continued to break into painful pieces. Unknown ships, not responding, they fired without warning. No, Lena whispered, cold dread touching her spine. Who would attack out here? This area is empty. Reeve opened the security feed to scan space outside the outpost. For a moment, there was nothing but darkness and starlight. Then something massive appeared on the edge of the camera view. A huge shadow. Then another. Then dozens more. Lena's breath stopped. Sir, that's a fleet. Commander Reeve didn't answer. He was staring at the screen like he didn't believe his own eyes. The ships were unlike anything human engineers had ever built, sharp shapes, glowing blue cores, and strange patterns that pulsed like living muscle. Identify them, he said. The computer scanned the ships. Unknown species. Unknown technology. Unknown intent. The next second, the outpost shook violently as if struck by a giant hammer. The aliens had opened fire. Lights flickered. Alarms screamed. People ran into the halls shouting names and orders. The peaceful outpost turned into chaos within seconds. Send a full emergency message to Earth. Reeve ordered. All channels. Lena typed as fast as her fingers allowed. This is Outpost Helios 9. We are under attack by unknown forces. Repeat, under attack, request immediate help. Another blast hit the outpost. The floor cracked. Smoke filled the air. Oxygen alarms wailed. Lena coughed but kept sending the message. Her voice trembled as she spoke into the recorder. They fired without warning. We don't know who they are. Please, tell Earth, this is not a small attack. This is an invasion force. A final explosion threw her against the console. The lights went almost completely dark. Commander Reeve grabbed her arm. Lena. Get to the pods. But the message. It's sent. Go. They ran through the corridor, but the walls shook and split as the alien weapons tore through the outpost. Every explosion felt closer than the last. Sparks rained from the ceiling. People screamed somewhere behind them, but the sound vanished under another violent blast. Lena reached the escape pod door. Commander Reeve pushed her inside. "Sir, what about you?" she cried. "I'll cover you. Get in." But before he could close the door, a bright blue beam smashed through the hallway. Everything shook. The metal door bent inward. Reeve looked at Lena with desperate eyes. "Tell Earth, humans must be ready." The beam hit again. This time, the escape pod launched automatically for safety. Through the small window, Lena watched the outpost break apart. Pieces of metal floated like dying stars. Fires burned in the vacuum of space. And the alien fleet hovered above it all, cold, silent, and merciless. Then the final system of Helios 9 collapsed, sending one last message toward Earth. A broken voice recording. A scream. Static. Then nothing. Far away, on Earth's War Command Station, the officers stared at the incoming message in horror. The room went silent as the last part repeated. Unknown ships, they destroyed everything. Earth, please, prepare. The transmission cut. Everyone froze. For 15 years, Earth had known peace. No wars. No invasions. No threats. But now Earth understood one truth. Someone had attacked humanity. Someone had declared war. And humanity never ignored a threat. Earth had not seen a message like the Helios 9 distress signal in decades. War Command Headquarters, a giant steel and glass fortress deep under the planet's surface, was built only for worst-case emergencies. For years, it stayed quiet, unused, almost forgotten. But tonight, the silence ended. Red lights flashed across every wall. Sirens echoed through the long halls. Officers rushed to their stations with pale faces. Something terrible had happened, and everyone knew it. At the center of the command room stood Admiral Jackson Holt, the highest-ranking military officer of Earth Fleet. He was calm, tall, with silver hair and sharp, calculating eyes. He was a man who had seen battles before the peace era, a man who had retired from war. But now war had returned. The broken message from Helios 9 played again on the holoscreen. Unknown ships, attacked without warning, request help. Earth please. Admiral Holt closed his eyes for a moment. He remembered Helios 9. It was not a military base. It was a research station. Scientists. Engineers. Young officers. Peaceful people. They were not supposed to be targets. He opened his eyes. "What do we know?" he asked. A young officer stepped forward. "Sir, long-range satellites confirm the destruction of both Helios 9 and Helios 13. Both outposts have gone completely dark. 0 survivors reported." Another officer added, "Unknown fleet left the outpost area immediately after the attack. No communication attempts were made. Their ships are extremely advanced, faster than anything we've seen." "Have they contacted us?" Holt asked. "No, sir." "Do we know the species?" "No, sir." "Have they sent a warning?" "No, sir." "Then they're sending a message," Holt said quietly. "A message written in destruction." The room fell silent. Officers exchanged worried looks. The last time humanity faced an unknown enemy, the war lasted 8 years. Millions died. But even then, the enemy sent demands, warnings, conditions. This time, there was nothing. Just death. Admiral Holt stepped forward, voice firm. "Activate Protocol Black Dawn." The officers stared at him in shock. "Sir. Black Dawn. Are you sure?" "No one touches a human outpost without consequences," Holt said. "We will respond." Black Dawn was Earth's most feared plan, a protocol written only for full-scale retaliation. It had never been used. Not even during the worst wars. Now, for the first time, the order was given. Prepare the Eclipse Armada, Holt commanded. The Eclipse Armada, humanity's most powerful fleet. High above Earth's surface, in orbit, giant metal hangars began to open. Lights turned on across the entire orbital shipyard. Sleeping warships, silent for over a decade, started waking up like giant steel beasts. The Eclipse Armada. The pride of humanity. The fleet included Titan-class warships, each the size of a floating city. Shadow cruisers, built for silent kills. Solar Spear frigates, incredibly fast strike ships. The Leviathan, a secret dreadnought no alien had ever seen. Inside one of the hangars, hundreds of engineers ran across platforms, powering up engines, loading weapons, and activating shields. Lights blinked alive one by one. Every ship vibrated as the engines began to hum, a deep growl that spread across the orbit like thunder. Humanity was preparing for war. Admiral Holt arrives at the flagship. Admiral Holt boarded the Eclipse flagship, Horizon Fury, a massive warship shaped like a spear aimed at the stars. Inside, the crew stood straight, nervous but ready. Holt walked onto the bridge. All systems ready, Admiral, the captain said. Coordinates locked for the last known position of the unknown fleet. The Admiral looked at the main screen, Helios 9's shattered remains drifting in space. He felt a cold anger rise inside him. These people attacked scientists, he said softly. Not soldiers. Not fighters. Peaceful humans. They struck without a word. The crew waited quietly as he continued. They want to test humanity's strength. Then they will see it. They want to erase us. Then we will show them what humans do when they are pushed. His voice became iron. Prepare the fleet. The alien broadcast. Just as the Armada warmed its engines, Earth received a transmission, encrypted, weak, and clearly not human. Put it on screen, Holt ordered. The message opened with a sound like laughter. Then a translated voice spoke. Human species, your time ends now. We destroyed your outposts because you spread too far. Weak creatures must stay in their place. We will cleanse your worlds. Lena's broken voice from the escape pod played immediately after, overlapping with the alien words. They attacked without warning, please, tell Earth. The broadcast ended. The command room turned silent, then angry. Admiral Holt clenched his fists. So they attacked because they feared us, because we were spreading too far. He stared at the empty space ahead. They fear our future. They fear our strength. They fear our unity. A cold fire lit in his eyes. And now they will learn what they should have feared from the beginning. He pointed forward. Launch the Eclipse Armada. Into the dark. The Horizon Fury's engines roared. One by one, the enormous ships of the Eclipse Armada aligned into formation. The Earth glowed blue beneath them, watching its protectors rise. Dozens of warships activated warp drives. Bright blue tunnels of light opened in front of them. Holt stood tall. For Helios, 9. For Helios, 13. For every human life taken. Jump, he commanded. The Armada shot forward in a flash of blinding light, vanishing into the depths of space. Humanity was coming. And the galaxy was about to learn a truth. Humans never start the war. But they always finish it. The Eclipse Armada tore through hyperspace like a storm made of metal and fire. Warships glowed blue as they raced toward the last known location of the alien attackers. The crew of every ship stood ready, silent, focused, determined. Inside the flagship Horizon Fury, Admiral Jackson Holt watched the swirling lights outside the warp window. The peaceful colors of hyperspace felt wrong tonight. They did not match the anger in his heart. Time to arrival, he asked. 6 minutes, Admiral, the navigator replied. 6 minutes until humanity met the unknown enemy face to face. 6 minutes until answers, or war, awaited them. The crew exchanged nervous looks, but no one spoke. Every person on the bridge had heard the alien broadcast. They had heard the cruel laughter. They heard the hateful words. Weak creatures must stay in their place. We will cleanse your worlds. That message had changed everything. Suddenly, a sharp beep echoed through the bridge. "Sir," the sensor officer said, eyes widening, "we're detecting something strange ahead." "Define strange," Holt said calmly. "The enemy fleet, they're waiting for us." The entire bridge went silent. Waiting? How? The Horizon Fury ripped out of hyperspace, and straight into a trap. The ambush. Stars snapped into view. Dark space stretched out like a cold ocean. And right there, only a few thousand kilometers away, was a massive alien formation, hundreds of ships lined in perfect rows. Alien warships of every shape hovered in the dark. Razor-shaped destroyers. Thick armored carriers. Fast hunter-class ships with glowing blue marks. The alien fleet looked ready for war. And behind them floated something even bigger, a monstrous capital ship, shaped like a black crescent moon, pulsing with deep red energy. "By Earth," the captain whispered. "They knew we were coming." Holt nodded slowly. "Of course they knew. They want us afraid. They want us to hesitate." "Do we hail them?" the comms officer asked. "No," Holt answered. "If they wanted to talk, they would not have destroyed Helios 9. A sudden shockwave blinked across the alien formations. Every alien ship lit up at once. "They've locked weapons on us," the sensor officer shouted. Admiral Holt stepped forward, voice steady and cold. "Raise shields. Prepare for battle. The enemy fires first." The alien fleet moved with terrifying speed. Blue lights crossed the dark sky. Beams of plasma fire shot toward the Eclipse Armada. The first wave hit the Horizon Fury's shields, shaking the entire ship. Sparks flew across the bridge. The lights flickered. "Shields at 60%, an officer cried. The admiral clenched his jaw. Counterfire. The Armada responded instantly. Titan-class warships opened fire with giant pulse cannons, releasing glowing streams of golden energy. Shadow cruisers darted around the enemy, firing precise shots at weak points. Solar spear frigates charged forward like arrows of light. Human warships moved with sharp coordination, years of training, discipline, and human instinct. The first alien destroyer exploded in a burst of blue fire. Another followed. Then another. The battle had begun. The true nature of the enemy. As the Horizon Fury engaged, the tactical officer gasped. "Admiral, I'm picking something up on their channels," translation coming through. A distorted alien voice filled the bridge. "Humans spread like disease. Humans build too fast. Humans will take our space. We strike now before they grow stronger." Everyone froze. It wasn't hatred. It wasn't revenge. It was fear. The aliens attacked out of fear of humanity's potential. "They think we're dangerous because we advance faster than them," the captain said quietly. Holt's eyes hardened. Then they should have talked. Instead, they murdered scientists. The bridge darkened as two alien cruisers spun toward them, firing heavy plasma. A beam struck the Horizon Fury's hull, sending the ship into a violent roll. "Stabilize," Holt ordered. The ship straightened. Holt stood tall, unshaken. "Target their weapons array," he commanded. One massive shot from the Horizon Fury's forward cannon blasted the alien cruiser in half. The crew cheered. But their celebration ended quickly. Because something new was happening. A new enemy weapon. The giant alien capital ship, the crescent-shaped monster, began to glow. Red energy spiraled along its hull, gathering into a massive orb at the center. "Admiral," the tactical officer said, voice trembling, "this energy reading. I've never seen anything like it." The orb expanded, humming with deadly strength. "They're charging a superweapon," the captain said. Holt narrowed his eyes. "All ships, brace for impact." The alien weapon fired. A massive wave of red energy blasted across the battlefield, hitting everything in its path. Smaller human ships were thrown aside. Shields cracked. Hulls shook. Debris floated everywhere. But the Horizon Fury survived, barely. "Admiral," the engineer called out, "we cannot take another hit like that." Holt stared at the alien capital ship. "So this is their strongest power," he said quietly. He wasn't afraid. He was angry. "Send this command to all ships," he said. "Humanity will not fall today." "What's the order, sir?" Holt's eyes locked on the monstrous alien vessel. "Cripple that weapon. Break their flagship. Show them what humans do when they are pushed into war." The Titan response. The Titan-class warships responded with fury. Their cannons charged, glowing with gold and white energy. The air around them shook as the weapons reached maximum power. "Fire!" Holt commanded. A wave of human energy blasted across the battlefield, slamming into the alien capital ship. Its shields flickered. Its red glow dimmed. The alien superweapon fired again, but this time, the beam was weaker. "We're breaking through," the tactical officer shouted. But the battle was far from over. The alien fleet launched more ships. More weapons. More fury. The Eclipse Armada tightened formation. The first clash was only beginning. And Admiral Holt knew one truth. If humanity lost this battle, Earth would be next. The battle in deep space raged like a storm that refused to stop. Human warships and alien warships weaved between explosions, burning wreckage, and flashes of light that looked like dying stars. But while the Eclipse Armada fought with everything it had, Earth Command watched the battle from millions of kilometers away. Every explosion, every scream of static, every status update from Admiral Holt appeared on giant screens inside the War Command Center. Inside that giant underground room, the air felt heavy, thick with fear and anger. Earth was afraid, but more than fear, there was something stronger. Resolve. A decision waiting to be made. The message from Admiral Holt. A hologram of Admiral Holt appeared in front of Earth's leaders. His uniform was torn, smoke rising behind him, the Horizon Fury shaking with battle damage. "Earth Command," he said, voice steady despite the chaos around him, "the enemy flagship carries a planet-killer weapon. They fired it twice. If they reach Earth, we won't survive." The commander of Earth leaned forward. "Admiral, can we hold the line?" Holt looked away for a moment. The bridge shook from another hit. "We are outnumbered," he said. "They are bringing reinforcements every minute. Their plan is clear, they want total extermination. If we retreat, they will follow us. If we delay, they will grow stronger." A silent moment passed. Then Holt said the words no one wanted to hear. "We need to eliminate their leadership. Completely." The hologram flickered. Sparks fell behind Holt. But he stood straight. "We must target their home planet." The room went silent. The suggestion was extreme. It was something humanity had never done. Even in old wars, destroying a planet was forbidden. But humanity had never faced an enemy like this. Earth's Council divides. Inside the command center, the Earth Council began to argue. "We cannot do that," one council member said. "We protect life. That is who humans are." Another slammed the table. "They attacked first. They hit 2 peaceful outposts. They killed our people." A third spoke shakily. "If we destroy their planet, the galaxy will fear us. Humanity will become the monster. The oldest member of the council whispered, or, we will survive. And the galaxy will never dare attack us again. Everyone turned to the commander of Earth, Commander Elise Ward, a woman known for her calm judgment and iron mind. She looked around the room. We must decide, she said softly. The debate continued, but Earth Command knew the truth. If they made the wrong choice, Earth might not live to see another sunrise. Meanwhile, in space, humanity fights without mercy. The battle intensified. The alien capital ship charged its superweapon again. Red energy spiraled around it, brighter than before. Admiral, the engineer shouted, if that beam hits us at full power. I know, Holt said. On the bridge, everyone braced for the end. But before the weapon fired, an unexpected explosion erupted behind the alien ship. A human shadow cruiser had sacrificed itself, ramming into the weapon core from behind. A massive shockwave tore through the alien flagship. The superweapon flickered, dimmed, and then shut down completely. The enemy flagship was still alive, but wounded. The humans cheered. For a moment, hope returned. But then sensors detected something horrifying. The alien reinforcements were not stopping. Hundreds more ships arrived from hyperspace, surrounding the battlefield. The aliens fought with a desperation that showed one thing clearly. They could not afford to lose. Because losing meant humans would rise. Losing meant humans would spread. Losing meant the future of the galaxy would belong to Earth. That fear drove them mad. Earth's final decision. Back on Earth, Commander Elise Ward stood up. The room fell silent. Her voice was calm, steady, and heartbreaking. The aliens have declared extermination on humanity, she said. They refuse peace, they refuse surrender, and they refuse negotiation. She looked at the screens showing the Horizon Fury burning under enemy fire. They want to destroy us because we grow too fast, because we build too well, because we are the future. She paused. And if we do nothing, they will erase humanity. Everyone waited. Then she said the words that would be remembered for centuries. Earth authorizes planetary neutralization. Destroy their home world. Gasps filled the room. But no one argued. No one had the strength to deny the truth anymore. Humanity had no choice. Earth sent the order to Admiral Holt. His hologram flickered as he received it. Understood, Holt said quietly. We will carry out the directive. He turned to his crew. Their faces were pale but resolute. We fight not for revenge, Holt said. We fight for survival. The weapon that should never be used. The Horizon Fury opened a sealed chamber deep within its core, a chamber that held the Black Sun device. A weapon designed to collapse a planet's core from orbit. It had never been used. It was humanity's last resort. The device powered up, glowing like a miniature star inside the ship. Its energy filled the hull with humming vibrations. The crew watched in awe and fear. This is the power of Earth, the captain whispered. Admiral Holt looked at the alien fleet still fighting fiercely, still bringing reinforcements, still trying to overwhelm humanity. They had their chance, he said. Now humanity will end this war. He pointed ahead. Set course for their home world. As the Horizon Fury changed direction, the alien fleet realized what was happening. Suddenly their attacks became wild, desperate, frantic. They could not allow the humans to reach their planet. But humanity pushed forward. Through fire. Through death. Through endless waves of ships. Because Earth had made its judgment. Humanity would survive, no matter the cost. The journey toward the alien home world felt like moving through the heart of a burning storm. The Eclipse Armada pushed forward while enemy ships swarmed around them like angry insects. Every second, the Horizon Fury shook from impacts, every minute brought new damage alarms, and every hour felt like a battle on its own. But Admiral Holt never slowed. Never doubted. Never turned back. Earth had given the order, planetary neutralization, and the Eclipse Armada would carry it out. The alien species had chosen extermination over peace. Now they would learn the price. The alien home world appears. After hours of brutal fighting, the alien reinforcements suddenly stopped arriving. The space around the Armada grew strangely quiet. Only drifting debris and fading energy trails remained. "We broke through," the navigator whispered. "No more ships ahead." "Then where's their planet?" Holt asked. A moment later, a giant dark sphere appeared on the main screen, slowly, like a monster rising from the shadows of space. The alien home world. A world covered with black oceans, glowing blue forest lines, and enormous metallic cities that shone like sharp crystals. Even from orbit, the planet looked intimidating, cold, advanced, and ancient. A quiet fell across the bridge. No one spoke. Everyone understood what was about to happen. The planet belonged to a species that had chosen war, a species that attacked without warning, a species that believed humans were dangerous simply for existing. This planet had ordered the destruction of Helios 9. This planet cheered when Helios 13 burned. This planet wanted Earth erased. Admiral Holt inhaled slowly. "Open channel," he said. The communications officer activated the signal. "Channel open to all alien frequencies." "This is Admiral Jackson Holt of Earth," Holt said firmly. "You attacked peaceful outposts. You refused surrender. You declared extermination. This is your final chance, stand down." No reply. Not a single word. Just cold, empty silence. The aliens had made their decision. Holt nodded. "Prepare the Black Sun device. The weapon that ends worlds." Deep inside the Horizon Fury, engineers unlocked the last safety seals. The Black Sun device, a glowing sphere of white gold energy, rose into position beneath the ship's belly. It hummed like a trapped star. Charging. 40%. 60%. 85%. The bridge floor vibrated as power flowed from every generator. The lights dimmed. The screens wavered. "Admiral, Black Sun at full charge," the engineer announced. The moment had come. "Target the planet's core," Holt said. The weapon rotated, locking onto the alien world below. Suddenly, a message appeared on one of the screens, a shaky, desperate alien transmission. "Human Admiral, stop, wait, you cannot." Holt narrowed his eyes. Now they wished to talk. The alien voice trembled. "You do not understand, we attacked because your race grows too fast, because you evolve too quickly, because the galaxy will belong to you. If we did not attack, we would be extinct in 1 century." Holt's voice remained cold. "Then you should have asked for peace. Humans do not destroy without reason." There was silence. Then the alien whispered. "We feared you. And now," Holt replied, "you will fear what you created." He turned to his crew. "Fire the Black Sun. The planet shatters." The Horizon Fury unleashed the Black Sun device. A beam of golden-white energy shot downward, piercing the planet's surface like a spear of light. The ground cracked. Oceans boiled. Dark clouds erupted across the sky. "Core destabilizing," the sensor officer shouted. The planet began to break apart. Massive chunks rose into space as the world's gravity collapsed. Cities crumbled. Mountains shattered. Blue forests burned in seconds. The entire world glowed with blinding light. Then it exploded. A silent burst. A white flash. A shockwave of dust and vapor expanding into the void. The alien home world, once proud, once feared, was now nothing more than glowing ashes drifting through space. The bridge of the horizon fury went silent. No one cheered. No one smiled. They watched a civilization disappear. Not with joy, but with the cold understanding that the galaxy had forced humanity to do this. Admiral Holt whispered, "For Helios 9, for Helios 13, and for Earth." The aftermath, the galaxy reacts. Within hours, transmissions arrived from dozens of alien species across the galaxy. Some messages were filled with fear. "We wish no conflict with Earth. Please accept our peace offering. Human fleet, we surrender if needed." Some messages were filled with respect. "Humanity defended itself. We honor your strength. Earth stands boldly. We welcome alliance." Some messages were whispers. "If they can destroy a world, the galaxy should never provoke them again." The galaxy trembled. Humanity had shown a level of power no one expected. But humans had shown something else too. They only used that power when pushed to the edge. The return home. When the Eclipse Armada returned to Earth orbit, billions watched them arrive. The ships were damaged, scorched, and cracked, but they had survived. The crowds cheered. Families cried with relief. Children waved flags. Admiral Holt stepped onto Earth soil again, greeted as a hero. But his face was not proud. It was tired. He looked at the sky and whispered, "Let this be the last time humanity must erase a world." Earth learned something important that day. Humans were peaceful, but not weak. Kind, but not passive. Reasonable, but never submissive. And when the galaxy pushed too far, humanity pushed back harder. The universe would remember this forever.